I wanted to give you an idea of how to take some leftover rice, and I mean, this is great in a stir fry or just warmed up and put a chicken breast over it. But if you've never fried it before, it's really kind of a treat, and we like to do that. This isn't a lot, but it's just my wife and I right now, so I'm gonna just show you kind of what we will do to it. And then these are leftovers from the refrigerator here. I don't know what we use these for, but it wasn't too long ago. We made a dish with some onions in there. I've got some cloves of garlic here, and then there were some leftover mushrooms too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take our pan and I'm gonna throw those in there. They've got a little bit of sauce or maybe a little olive oil with them. I'm gonna just kind of, take these down a couple of notches so they're not so long and stringy. They'll spread out a little bit in this dish. Toss those in the pan. I do have a little bit of butter I'm gonna use for flavoring, and I'm just gonna nick an edge off of this and put that in the pan too. There we go, nothing fancy. I've got kind of another gadget here that I found, and it's another name I can't pronounce. It's German, L-E-I-F-H-E-I-T, Leafheit. I'm not sure, but it's a garlic slicer. Now, I can cut garlic a lot of different ways. I've got knives and I've done it a lot of different ways, but this little gadget, you put them in, if you can see that, and then you put the top on, and you just press down, and you can see it really slices them thin. I think I'll put my real thin slices come out of this. So like I say, you can do that with a knife, but this is just kind of a fun gadget to use that you might find interesting, and it does make pretty quick work of garlic. You can pull that little bottom part off and then clean the rest up later. And for our next step, we're just gonna put all this in here anyway. And then we'll put this on the stove top. One other step I'll do on this when we put it on the stove is put in some seasoning. So, let's turn this on. Get the burner going here. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the pan here. There's some butter. I'm gonna put in a little bit of olive oil too, just to moisten this up. And once that settles down, and I usually push this down a bit, we'll want to move all these mushrooms around too, get them all incorporated along with the onion. And once we do that, I'm going to put a little bit of a seasoning blend on this. So the first thing is just to get it all warmed up, and then we're going to push it down and get almost a big old patty out of it. Okay, what I've done here is just flatten it out, and I usually kind of tap the sides down here to get it nice and round and even. And the next thing to do is, I named it after myself. I put some a seasoning blend in here. I have to feel good about something in life. Here we go. So I'll share the seasoning blend with you if you like it. I use it on a lot of different things. It's mild, it's pepper and a little salt and garlic and onion. I don't even remember what I put in here. I have to go back and look. But I use it, I keep it on hand. It's easy to do, and that way you can use it on just exactly this kind of a dish. So we're just gonna cook that until we see it starting to crisp up a little bit. I got this a little bit too high. You want to keep it so it's cooking, but not too fast. It'll blacken. So I'm going to turn that down. You can just listen to it, and you should be able to kind of tell that was crackling a little too fast there. So I turned it down just a bit. Okay, I'm switching to a little bit of more of a. This is a little more bendy. This is a little bit more stout spatula. I'm not sure if that's the right one, but I think I want it to be a little more stout. I'm going to flip this. It's starting to get the crust on it. The thing that's nice is you don't have to do it all in one shot. That's really not quite done enough, but I'll like this better if I don't have it black. So there, see, that's getting a little more done. Different parts on the pan are cooked a little different speed than the other. So if you do this, won't hurt a thing, and that way you get to monitor yourself a little. If you misjudge it and you make it all black, it just doesn't taste as nice. So you can do this, gosh, as many times as it takes to get the crust on it the way you want it. So it's pretty simple. As long as you don't turn the heat up too much, that's your only wild card there that you could probably ruin it pretty easy. Other than that, I hope I don't speak too soon, but it's pretty easy. Take another shot at this. There we go. Now the other side's getting a little bit crusty too. Back down into a circle, and that other side has already had one side down, so there's already a little bit of crust built up. Okay, I think this is going to do it. That's about the consistency I like it. And what I'm going to do, you can see it's kind of hanging together there in pieces. You just take it out, put it on your plate, and this just gives you a little different way to enjoy some leftover rice. And it's not the same old thing, you know. Gives you some variety. So hopefully you like that.